Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for heading over here for a bit of a longer flip through. This video is about 23 minutes long and I cut out as much as I could and I sped it up, but it's still over 20 minutes. So these are larger books. Each one has 2 signatures, and so this does take quite a bit more time to flip through each and every page than a regular sort of TN insert that I normally do. So as you can see, I'm just kind of showing off each one, showing you the front, the back, the sides, brief little overview of the insides. I am not going to chat through this whole thing. I'm just going to do some brief explaining as to the contents and everything right here now in the introduction, and then you can feel free to enjoy the rest of the video to music. So these are obviously wallpaper covered journals. I have mentioned them and talked about them for over a month now. I was just finishing them up before I had to leave my home for our home renovation, and they were already all done. I just needed to film a flip through. So now that I've been back in my home and things are starting to become normal again, I finally had a chance to record the flip through and edit it. So they are vintage wallpaper covered journals. Some of them, the wallpaper I got from Ruby and Pearl XO. Some of it is my own vintage wallpaper collection, and I think one of them might be some wallpaper I got from Amity Bloom a long time ago. So on the inside, there's just a lot of collaging. I will not explain every vintage ephemera element, as there are just too many fun bits in here, but like I said, I'll let you kind of view for yourself what's inside. But overall, there is lots and lots of paper and textile collaging throughout. Here's a little fun ticket with some fabric on the back of it, just as like a little tabby tuck spot thing. So there's a lot of fun that I had with these journals. I did not do a theme. I wasn't trying to go for super botanical or super vintage or super anything. With these, I just had the feeling like I wanted to just make what to me feels more of like a junk journal. You know, I feel like sometimes my journals can be very themed, and as much as I love to make those, I wanted to do something that is more back to the roots of a junk journal, where it's very, very random, very eclectic. Things don't necessarily match. There's a big mix of modern and vintage things as far as like textiles or papers. You'll see some pattern papers from, modern paper pads, as well as vintage papers. There are hand-dyed, avocado-dyed papers and such. So yeah, there's just, there is so much going on, so many fun little bits, so much fun little things to discover, I feel like. As you can see, there's so many different little tuck spots with just little things to take out and and play with and move around. Everything can be moved around in these journals. So yeah, just some more little textile collaging here. And they're just, like I said, they're so random, and I just made these really fun tags with scraps and washi and little elements that I found on my desk, printables, sari silk, these are anything and everything, and I hope you can hear from my voice how excited I am about them, because I really, really had so much fun making these journals and sort of like really, really letting loose and being free, more so than ever, and just doing something really fun, and like I said, something that felt more like what a junk journal is, or what a junk journal is to me, which is just all of the fun bits you can imagine. There's a wallpaper sample there's a greeting card. I actually made a list in my notebook as to all of the different types of vintage ephemera that is in here. As I was editing the video, I just started jotting down all the different things, and I've probably got like 30 lines of different different types of things. So I'll make some notations in the description of the video, but please enjoy this video. There are 4 of these journals. I worked really, really hard on them as far as all the sewing and just all the ephemera that I put inside. So these are the most jam-packed and most sewing I've ever done in one journal, and there's 4 of them. So I hope you enjoy looking through all of these fun little miscellaneous and eclectic bits, and maybe find one that you like for yourself. So the sale information will be in the description box, but for now I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of the video in peace. So have a great day, and I hope you enjoy. So as we take a look at this next journal, I just thought that there was a few things I could have mentioned in the intro, and that is that I've been calling these semi-hardback journals, and what that means is if you're one of my Patreon subscribers, you'll understand because we made one of these in Patreon, but they are not hardback using bookboard or any kind of very hard chipboard. They are made using a very thin chipboard, almost like what you would get in the back of a paper pad. So it's like that sort of chipboard or not really cardboard, but thin yet thicker than paper, thicker than cardstock sort of material. And I covered that with brown craft paper, and then I started layering all my other paper elements onto the top, like the wallpaper. So they are not heavy by any means. My goal with these was for them to feel very sort of like light and airy, especially because they're so jam-packed with sewing and textiles and ephemera that I didn't want the covers to also add additional bulk. So I thought it was a really cool way to make like a hardcover journal that isn't super hard and heavy. Not that there's anything wrong with those. I absolutely love hardcover journals. I currently work in a very thick hardcover journal with very strong bookboard, but for these I just wanted to try something different, and I felt like the sort of not so hard cover was nice with the precious sort of like really thin wallpaper that I used to put on the cover. So I hope that makes sense, but I'm calling them semi-hardcover or semi-hardback because they aren't super hard, but they're not soft like a fabric journal either. I know it might not make sense now, but if you get one, you'll understand. So I just wanted to mention that. And another thing I wanted to quickly mention is that I put my penny and rose papery stamp on the back of only 2 of them. I forgot to put it on the other 2. And I didn't want to just glue it on to the back. With the other 2, I had sewn them on, and it's a little too late now to sew it on. So I apologize. 2 of them do not have the penny and rose papery stamp on the back. but I will include a little card with my stamp along with each journal, so that at least you can have that if that's something that you like or is important. And again, I wish I would have put the stamp on the other two, but I forgot. Okay, I think that's the only two things I wanted to mention, and yeah, I will let you continue watching the video. Okay, everyone, I thought I would just pop in really quick now because we are almost at the end of the video. This is, I believe, the last journal in the flip through. So if you've made it this far and you're still watching, thank you so much for watching this flip through. And yeah, I hope you guys can see how many, just like how full these are with just different things, and just all of the collaging in here and different little bits. There's just so much going on in each and every one of these journals. And again, I just wanted to reiterate how I really wanted these, when I was making these, my idea was to make what to me is a real junk journal, and that's just something that is random, really random, and just full of vintage ephemera and bits and scraps and just like the junk, you know? But it's not junk, obviously, to us paper lovers. It's all treasures. But you know what I mean? It's just, to me, these are like when I would watch old school like junk journal videos, or when I first got into watching junk journal videos, especially Johanna's videos, I would see her, you know, include all of these playing cards and index cards or recipe cards and fun bits. And so that was my inspiration, and that's what I tried to invoke in these, is really pretty covered, wallpaper covered junk journals. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye.